There's a quiet in me, like a room without doors. Dust on the mirror, cracks in the floor. I reach for a voice that I buried in sleep, but the silence is deep, and the silence can keep. The world moves around me, a shadow parade. I float through the motion, a ghost half afraid. I once had a fire, I once had a name, but silence has stolen the shape of my flame. I don't scream, I don't cry, I just stare at the sky. But there's something inside that refuses to die. In the ember of silence, I feel the spark, a breath in the black, a beat in the dark. The fire is sleeping, not gone from my soul. A whisper of heat in the ashes, so cold I don't burn yet, but I will. I don't rise yet, but I will. Each memory flickers, a candle half dead, echoes of moments and words never said. But even in stillness the truth finds a way, a flicker, a tremble, the promise of day. You are not gone, you are just waiting. The silence is not your grave, it is your ground. In the ember of silence, the fire still breathes, a vow in the dark, beneath broken eaves. Not gone, not yet, not ever undone. The dawn is inside me, awaiting the sun. I don't burn yet, but I will. I don't rise yet, but I will. I called into the dark where no voices replied, just a hollow echo where the pain used to hide. The walls knew my secrets, the floor held my fall, but no one remembered the fire at all. I searched in the ruins for the sound of my name, but it slipped through the dust like a ghost with no flame. I gave all I had, but the silence just fed, and the louder I cried, the deeper it bled. Is there anyone there? Is there anyone real? Or just through the dust like a ghost with no flame? I gave all I had, but the silence just fed, and the louder I cried, the deeper it bled. Is there anyone there? Is there anyone real? Or just reflections and noise that forget how to feel? In the hollow echo I hear my own fear, the voice of a shadow that no one can hear. But I won't be an absence, I won't be erased. something still pulses far under the ground. It shakes in the bones, it hums in the stone. A fury, a hunger that won't die alone.
Can you feel it? The echo becoming a voice, the silence learning to sing.
Let it break, let it rise, let it break. In the hollow echo I find my own cry. Not broken, not empty, not ready to die. If silence is fire, I'll be its flame, burning the dark as I shout out my name. Let the void remember what it tried to erase. This soul has a voice, and it's lighting this place. I am more than the hollow. I am more than the echo. The wind tore my name from the edge of my lips. The sky opened wide with apocalypse hips. But I kept walking through thunder and flame, with nothing but echoes still tied to my name. The world threw its lightning, it screamed me away, but my soul held its shape in the eye of the fray. I wasn't made flawless, I wasn't born strong, but I learned how to stand when everything's wrong. And the rain hit like doubt, tried to drown who I was, but I walked through it all without reason, just because. Through the stormline I'm walking, no armor, no halo, no charm, but each step is a vow, each breath a refrain, that I won't turn back, not even in pain. Let the thunder come, let the sky split wide. I'm moving through fire, I'm burning with pride. The fear tried to claim me, to carve out my spark, to drag me beneath in the ocean of dark. But I held to the pulse that refused to let go, a whisper of heat in the cold undertone, that the low rumble. One step, then two, not brave, just alive, just moving, and that's enough. Through the stormline I carry my scars, worn like a map through the infinite stars. I've fallen, I've time. I walked through the ashes of dreams left behind, chained to the silence, lost in my mind. But deep in the shadows, a whisper remained, the spark of a storm I could never contain. And the world tried to break me, tried to burn out my flame, but I rose through the darkness. Now I'm calling your name. Rise, my fire, burn through the night, tear down the sky with a furious light. I was broken, I was dust, now I'm thunder, now I trust. The time has come, no more delay. I'll set the world alight today. Oh, rise, my fire, rise. I bled in the silence, I screamed in the void. Each scar was a lesson, a fate I destroyed. Now I wear every wound like a crown made of flame, a phoenix in motion, reborn from the pain. Oh, let it rise, let it roar from the soul's forgotten shrine. You cannot stop what was meant to ignite. The soul's deepest truth will always find light. Rise, my fire, shatter the chains, roar through the heavens, ignite the remains. From sorrow to glory, from silence to song, I was waiting for this all along. The time is now, I won't betray the fire that never fades away. Oh, rise, my fire, rise. Fragments of light in the cracks of the floor, little glimmers of truth I'd forgotten before. They don't shine like they used to, not flawless or whole, but they flicker with meaning like echoes of soul. They cut when I hold them, they shimmer with pain, but somehow their glow keeps me breathing again. I once thought that light only lived in the sun, but I see now it lingers in what we've undone. And every scar reflects a spark, every shadow hides a gleam. of stars I thought I'd left behind. They guide me, they blind me, they burn soft and slow. The beauty in breaking is learning to glow. I gather them gently, I carry them near. These fragments of light are why I'm still here. I don't chase perfection, I don't beg the past. I hold what remains and I make it last. Every shattered illusion now gleams in its way, a mosaic of meaning I build from the grave. Oh, we are more than what we lose, we are more than what we break. Light returns where the heart still aches. Fragments of light, not whole but true, each one a promise of what I'll walk through. They don't need to dazzle, don't need to be bright, just honest and human, just holding the night. They flicker, they fade, but still they remain. The fragments of light that survive the flame.
This is how the light returns, bit by bit, piece by piece.
I lit every candle, I called out your name. In the hush between heartbeats, I waited in flame. The silence was holy, the stillness was deep. Then the fire spoke back from the edge of my sleep.
I was never absent, never truly gone. I was the breath in your lungs all along.
You searched through the ashes, but I was the spark,
The fire that whispered inside of the dark.
Why did you leave me to burn all alone?
Oh,
So you'd find that the fire was always your own. Vox in flame, voice in the blaze, calling me out of the smoke and the haze. Not thunder, not glory, not comfort or pride, just truth wrapped in fire I carry inside. You are not lost, you are not small, you are the flame that rises through all. I mistook silence for being forsaken, but now I see truth in the shape of what's shaken. You were the echo, the ache, the unrest. The fire I feared was the voice in my chest. Burn, burn, awaken and burn. I hear you now, not loud but clear, not far above, but finally. Vox in flame, I rise to the sound, the voice of the fire that lives from the ground. No gods, no faith, just the truth I create. A soul forged in fire, no longer afraid. I am the voice, I am the flame, calling myself back into name. You were always the fire. You were always the flame. I walk through the ruins of what I once knew, the bones of a self I thought had been true. The walls are all cinders, the glass stained with flame, but still it stands quiet, still it speaks my name. These ashes are sacred, these ruins are mine, a cathedral of endings carved out of time. No more denial, no more disguise. This is where sorrow finally dies. I kneel not in mourning, but something more still, to honor the silence, the pain and the will. In the Cathedral of Ashes, I finally breathe, among what was broken, among what must leave. There's beauty in ruin, in what doesn't last, in letting the fire become part of the past. I don't fear the end, I don't run from the flame. I sing in the ashes and call it by name. The echoes still linger, the shadows still hum, but they don't hold power, they simply become a part of my story, no longer my chain. The weight of my grief now carved into flame. Ashes to ashes, ashes to light, ashes to ashes, rise from the night. I lay the past down here, not to forget, but to forgive. In the Cathedral of Ashes, I raise my eyes to a sky that remembers, but no longer cries. The fire is over, the ruin remains, but I walk through it whole, unshackled by chains. Let this be holy, let this be true. The ashes I rise from are the proof I came through. And I walk unburdened from this holy realm into the light. Crown of sparks, I walked through the fire with nothing but skin, no armor, no halo, just fury within. And the flames tried to mark me, to burn me away, but I wore every ember like gold in the grave. Now the ash on my shoulders is part of my name. Each scar is a jewel in a sovereign flame. I don't need saving, I don't bow to fate. I forge my own crown at the ruins gate. You called it weakness, but I call it will. You saw the fracture, I see the skill. This is my crown of sparks, my fire-born grace. Not born in the heavens, but earned in this place. From shadow, from sorrow, from all I survive, I wear every wound like a soul come alive. No thrones, no kings, just the truth I ignite. A crown made of sparks in the heart of the night. They tried to define me by silence and dust, but I built my own kingdom from fear and from rust. No need for approval, no search for applause. I rise not for glory, but simply because. Let them see, let them stare. I burn in the open, I breathe through the glare. This is my crown of stars, sparks, my battle-scarred flame. Not forged to be pretty, but forged to reclaim. Every fall I endured, every night I withstood. Turned embers to brilliance, turned fire to good. I rise unashamed with my fire intact. This crown on my head is the truth I brought back. Crown of stars, call me survivor, call me by day. I don't carry the weight like I used to before. Don't measure my worth by what burned in the war. I've walked through the fire, I've tasted the end, and now I return, not broken but mend. The stars overhead, they don't ask me why. They shimmer with silence, they soften the sky. I speak without shouting, I breathe without fight, and the world feels like something I once called right. There's no need to prove, no battle to win, just the echo of all that has lived within. The sky remembers what I've let go. The tears, the flames, the undertow. It holds the names, the dreams, the cries, etched in the winds, stitched into skies. I rise, not in triumph, not to be seen, but because I am quiet and finally clean. The journey was fire, done. The sky holds your story. The journey is one. The sky remembers, so I don't need to. It carries my sorrow in shimmering blue. I leave it behind without needing to hide. For the fire that shapes me now lives inside. No need to shout, no need to pray. The sky remembers, and that is okay. Let the wind take it now. Let the stars